Have you ever noticed how some people stay stuck in the same painful cycles for years, even when those patterns are clearly making their lives worse? Most people assume it's laziness, weakness, or a lack of self-awareness. But that's usually not what's going on. The real reason is often hidden deep in psychology. The human brain tends to cling to what's familiar, even when that familiarity is making someone unhappy. Why can wanting to leave everything exactly as it is be a sign of maturity? While everyone around you is yelling, "Transform your life in 30 days," buying courses about breaking out of your comfort zone, posting stories from their new beginning in Malibu, and hopping between jobs like they're changing outfits, you're sitting in your Echo Park apartment with the same couch, the same Starbucks cold brew cup, and the same daily rhythm, quietly wondering, what if things are actually good, man? If the idea of not changing a single thing makes you smile instead of triggering a wave of FOMO, congratulations. That's not laziness, not fear of change, and definitely not living in the past. It's often a sign of maturity that people mistakenly label as settling. Picture a typical LA morning scroll. Influencers in Runyon Canyon shouting, "Level up or get left behind." Friends changing relationships, apartments, and careers every 6 months, like TikTok trends. Tinder bios advertising a fresh start after every ghosting. While you wake up in the same bed, brew the same coffee, head to the same job, and watch the same Netflix show at night, and somehow feel peaceful. Not because you're lazy or unmotivated, but because your brain has already moved beyond the phase of constantly trying to upgrade itself and realized endless novelty is often just a dopamine treadmill that keeps you moving faster than you can figure out where you're actually going. Psychology tells us that being able to stay steady without feeling restless inside is a form of emotional regulation, something often developed by people who've lived through enough chaos. Divorces, layoffs, burnout after those 3-day corporate retreats in Vegas. While younger people often chase personal growth like it's the Holy Grail, more mature people understand that sometimes real growth looks like strengthening what's already working, like the old oak trees in Griffith Park that have survived every fire and are still standing. The principle of optimal arousal explains this perfectly. Too much change overwhelms the brain, like coming home from a 3-day Coachella weekend when all you want on day 4 is silence, a bed, and DoorDash. Too little change creates stagnation, but people who are comfortable leaving things alone find the sweet spot. A middle ground where energy isn't spent constantly adapting to something new that often ends up worse than what they already had, but deepening what already exists. Relationships that have proven themselves, hobbies that have become rituals, and routines that create a sense of safety. Research suggests that these people often report greater long-term life satisfaction because instead of burning energy searching for something better, they invest it into what they already have and benefit from a compounding effect. Stability creates confidence, confidence creates depth, and depth creates genuine happiness. While everyone around you is skydiving for the thrill of it, and then talking about their injuries afterward, you're standing on solid ground saying, "Man, the view from here is already incredible. Why risk breaking my neck?" This becomes especially clear among highly sensitive people, people who notice every detail the way a great microphone captures every breath. For them, change doesn't feel exciting. It feels like sensory overload. A new city, a new job, new people. All of it hits their nervous system the way the lights of Sunset Strip hit your eyes on a Saturday night. They're not scared of change. They simply understand the cost of overload and choose stability as a way to protect their energy for what matters now. Instead of chasing the next high, They learn to find flow in what's familiar. Reading the same book in their favorite chair, walking the same path through Griffith Park, spending time with the same friends, and experiencing a level of depth that people addicted to constant change often miss. That isn't stagnation. It's a deliberate choice. Depth over variety, quality over quantity. While other people collect new chapters like Instagram badges, you reread your favorite book and discover something new in the same sentences. Modern culture loves to romanticize change. If you're not changing, you're dying. Comfort kills growth. Growth requires discomfort. But maturity begins when you stop buying into that message and realize, sometimes I'm not changing anything simply means I already found what works and I'm not breaking it just to impress other people. While everyone else is panicking about being stuck, you just keep living your life. No drama, no FOMO, just the quiet confidence that life doesn't have to be one endless upgrade. The irony is that in a world where people change cars, apartments, partners, and even faces as often as Instagram filters, you're still sitting on the same old couch. And somehow, it's more comfortable than any new one, because it knows your back better than you do. While everyone else keeps reinventing themselves, you've already reinvented yourself into stability, and it works. In the end, wanting to change nothing isn't laziness or regression. It's a mature filter, a way to cut through the noise, protect what matters, and stop wasting your life on endless restarts. It's a quiet kind of strength in a world screaming, "Go big" or "Go home," while you calmly answer, "I'm already home, and I like it here." That doesn't mean you'll never change. It means change happens intentionally, when it's genuinely necessary, not simply because everyone else is doing it. If this resonated with you, click on the next video and tell me in the comments, are you on team, if it works, don't touch it? Or do you still find yourself craving a complete life reset sometimes? Let's see how many of us are out there.